Jay Seberg, welcome, welcome, welcome. Password for the Launchpad is Ross128. Central has long since closed its doors, I'm afraid to say. I mean, he was right. It fits on my desk. Fits very, very comfortably on my desk, right? Lots of other stuff fits on my desk with it as well, right? I have, well, at the moment I only have two computers on my desk, but I could easily have three or four or five computers on my desk right now, between my tablets and my laptops and my other various devices. If not his own computer, one that connects a console that connects to one nearby. No, it was like in 1984, people were dialing up BBSs, right? So 10 years later, people were dialing up BBSs on a relatively regular basis. I mean, granted, not a huge number of people. Um, but there was already dial-up connections beginning to happen in a experimental form in the early to mid 70s. Um, and I mean, the first developments of the internet was like 69, I believe it was, when they connected the two universities for the first time. And so, and it was starting to grow by the certainly by the time Clark would have been making that. It wouldn't have been huge, but there would have been 4, 5, or 6 universities in the U.S. connected up to it at least. So I think the first things that you could really call home desktop computers, probably 75 or 76 that you could actually put on your desk. I'm thinking of things like the Sinclair, which is mid to late 70s. I'm sure 75, 76, you started to see the first 8080 based machines that would sit on your desk. The one with all the flick switches on it as well was out at that time. That kit was out at that time. You could put that one together. Um, Jobs and Woz were building the first Apple in the garage in 75, 76 time frame, because that one, I think that Apple was demoed in 77 at the West Coast Computer Fair, if I'm remembering correctly. But they'd spent a couple of years working on it in advance of that. No, the IBM PC was late to the game. There were already a significant number of what you could call personal computers out before IBM PC hit the market. Um, yeah, IBM was actually late to the game. I mean, the Apple II Plus had been out on the desk. The Commodore PET had been out on the desk for 3 or 4 years. before IBM had a machine on the desk that was more than a terminal. I'm not sure what the time frame in the UK was, but I'm pretty sure the Sinclairs were out super early in the UK as well, right? Altair, right there you go. The Altair first personal computer. Yep, that makes perfect sense. That's the one with the switches, all the switches on the front, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, you could buy an Apple II Plus in 1977 or 78, put it on your desktop with a television set, and have a fully fledged computer easily on your desk in 1978, right? With an Apple II Plus, no problem at all. Commodore PET, the same thing. You could easily put it